And you know, our approvals are somewhat subject to who wins the election, because if a socialist, or in the case of New York City, a communist wins, you feel a lot differently about making an investment, I think, Scott.
Y Trump hablando con la intención de polarizar, diciendo yo a Milei lo apoyo, a los comunistas no.
Do you imagine soon a free trade agreement with Argentina? Could it be possible soon?
Yeah, it will be. Well, we're going to discuss some of it today, but no, we want to help Argentina, and we want to always help ourselves.
Sí, la condición que puso el presidente Trump no se le esperaba a nadie. El apoyo dependa de un triunfo de Javier Milei.
Va a ser una jornada muy complicada mañana en los mercados.
Está. Argentina no puede tener nada que ver con China en lo militar. Esto me enojaría mucho. Y que a Donald Trump nadie lo puede controlar, es incontrolable. Hubiera sido imposible que la comitiva argentina controle lo que estaba pasando en el marco de un lugar, un espacio en el que Trump lo controla todo y ni siquiera el servicio secreto sabe con qué va a salir. Estuvimos viendo las encuestas y los números son muy buenos y creemos que serán mejores después de esta reunión. Nuestro apoyo está sujeto a que gane la elección, porque un socialista o un comunista es diferente a la hora de hacer una inversión. ¿Qué? ¿Por qué Trump ayuda a Milei? La ayuda es para apoyar una buena filosofía financiera, dice, que Argentina está teniendo luego de 20 años de desastre. Acá Trump ya no habla de los 100 años, habla de 20, de los años del gobierno, eventualmente, excepto con Macri, del gobierno kirchnerista. Y está siendo muy exitosa, se refiere a lo que hace Milei. Si no, podría ser como Venezuela, que fue muy exitosa antes y ahora es una dictadura. De acá está el comunismo, la izquierda, y acá estamos nosotros. Y los que nos sigan a nosotros van a tener nuestra ayuda. En cambio, Besant está hablando estrictamente de lo que pasa en Argentina. Seguimos. Vamos a pasar. Y acá está. Esta pregunta es clave, la hace un periodista. ¿Usted se imagina pronto un acuerdo de libre comercio? Perdón que esta fue la transcripción así a mano alzada, a computadora alzada. Sí, claro, nosotros queremos ayudar a Argentina. Dice sí, claro, a un acuerdo de libre comercio. Ahí agrega, pero nuestros equipos están trabajando en eso. Y así nos ayudamos a nosotros mismos si ayudamos a Argentina. De hecho, esta pregunta la hace nuestro compañero Pablo Corso. Queremos ayudar a Argentina y una de las maneras es que ellos tienen grandes productos y nosotros queremos comerciar con ellos y que sea eso bueno para nosotros. Argentina no puede tener nada que ver con China en lo militar. Esto me enojaría mucho. Dice Besant, tenemos confianza de que a la coalición... ¿Por qué Besant dice coalición? Si en teoría la libertad avanza, más allá de que tiene una alianza con PRO, no es una coalición. Y sigo, porque ahora les voy a explicar. Tenemos confianza de que la coalición le vaya muy bien en las elecciones. Es la única vez que está usada la palabra coalición. Esta ayuda está otorgada en base a políticas robustas. Y si se volviera a políticas de estilo peronista, Estados Unidos debería repensar su ayuda. Más, Trump está hablando en sentido polarizante. Yo lo ayudo a Milei, no ayudo a los otros. Vótenlo a Milei, porque los otros no van a tener mi ayuda. Y si ustedes miran a Argentina, si el presidente no gana, sé que la persona que se postule en su contra probablemente será de extrema izquierda, es decir, la filosofía que trajo a Argentina a este lío. Y entonces, no seríamos generosos con Argentina si él pierde. Pero miren lo importante que es ver las palabras que se usa. Clarísimo el presidente Trump, si en el 2027 Argentina retrocede, Estados Unidos dejará de apoyarnos. Más. Y Trump hablando con la intención de polarizar, diciendo yo a Milei lo apoyo, a los comunistas no, yo estoy con Milei, pero si Milei no gana, no voy a estar con los que ganen. Entonces la confusión viene porque en su intento de polarizar, Trump, por momentos, es ambiguo y no explica si habla de 2027 o de ahora.
Honor to have the leader of Argentina, a place that I love, I've been to, and one of the most beautiful places in the world, President. I really want to thank you very much. He's MAGA all the way. It's make Argentina great again. I heard about him when he was campaigning, and even before his campaign. He's a great economist, and he was saying a lot of very correct things, and he was very much in a conservative mode. And I heard all about you as you were running, and even before you were running, because as a tremendously talented economist. You were getting a lot of good write-ups, and I appreciated that. But he was make Argentina great again. It worked. I actually sent him some hats for his early part of the campaign, and then he called me. He wanted a lot more, and I said, "When does it stop? When will it stop?" And it stopped with him winning, and he's become very popular, and he's on the verge of a breakthrough. I think he's really on the verge of tremendous economic success, and I know that Scott Bessent is helping, and our great Scott is doing a job, and he feels very strongly about it. And the election is coming up very soon, and it's a very big election being watched by the world, because he's done an incredible job. But with that comes some pain, and they have some pain, and now they're coming out of it. I think the victory is very important. Your poll numbers, I hear, are pretty good, but I think they'll be better after this. And you know, our approvals are somewhat subject to who wins the election, because if a socialist, or in the case of New York City, a communist wins, you feel a lot differently about making an investment. I think, Scott, you'd feel that if somebody that had no chance, in other words, if somebody wins and has no chance of ever having a great economy because of that philosophy, you would put a halt to what we're doing. Do you have something there?
Yes.
Oh, good, thank you.
Sí. Quería
Yeah,
darle.
I'll get it. That's fantastic. Thank you very much.
And when he did this letter, Mr. President, your settlement in the Middle East wasn't done. So we had to do a new letter
Let's do that.
to include that, because this is a very important.
You'll have to add one extra sentence. per paragraph.
Exactly.
That's great. Thank you very much. This is such a beautiful statement. Thank you very much. That's beautiful. Thank you.
Do you imagine soon a free trade agreement with Argentina? Could it be possible soon?
Yeah, it will be. Well, we're going to discuss some of it today, but no, we want to help Argentina, and we want to always help ourselves, but we want to help Argentina. And one of the ways we can do, they have great product, and we used to do a lot of trade, and then if you look at what the Democrats, well, they didn't know. They didn't know. Honestly, they didn't know what they were doing. But a lot of that trade disappeared, and they have great product. So we'll be trading with Argentina, and it'll be helpful to them, and it's helpful. It's good for us also.
Mr. President, yeah, was China trying to draw away? Now, what's the benefit for United States in helping this way Argentina?
Just helping a great philosophy take over a great country. Argentina is one of the most beautiful countries that I've ever seen, and we want to see it succeed. Very simple. I mean, we don't have to do it. It's not going to make a big difference for our country, but it will in terms of South America. If Argentina does well, you're going to have others following, and a lot of others are following. You have countries in South America that 2 years ago would have never even been thought of to go as democracies or as just countries that want to do fair and balanced trading. And now, I mean, you mentioned Bolivia, but there are numerous other countries that are coming our way. And Brazil, as you know, I had a very good conversation with the president. I met him at the United Nations before I went up to speak, and then I found that I didn't have a speech because I had no teleprompter.
Does continued U.S. support for Argentina depend on the results of the upcoming legislative elections and the ability of the government to pass long-lasting reforms through Congress?
Well, I think if they don't do that, we're not going to be around very long. Scott, can you handle that one, please?
We're confident that the president's party will and the coalition will do well in the election, and this aid is predicated on robust policies, and going back to the failed Peronist policies would cause a U.S. rethink.
If the president doesn't win, I know the person that he'd be running against, I believe, probably. We probably have the person. The person is extremely far left and a philosophy that got Argentina into this problem in the first place. So we would not be generous with Argentina if that happened. If he loses, we are not going to be generous with Argentina.